Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the I Made My Mark podcast. Today we have Ashley with us to share a little bit about her JMU experience. Ashley, tell us about yourself.
Hey everyone. So my name is Ashley. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a senior at JMU. I'm a media arts and design major with a concentration in creative advertising and a minor in film studies from Gainesville, Virginia.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us. Ashley, we were wondering, where have you made your mark around campus?
Yeah, I think I made my mark around campus in a couple different places. My sophomore year, I was hired at UREC as a marketing assistant. So that's been super fun. Just producing content for um, literally thousands of people on campus. I think we have around 13,000 followers on our Instagram at the moment. So that's super fun.
Yeah.
Just creating different things like standing signs and posters around campus. Um, Also, sophomore year, I joined the university program board and I'm currently the vice president of marketing. So that's super fun to be able to market and show off not only my talents, but my team's talents for all the events that we put on campus. So that's pretty cool, especially when we get to make things for Jason Derulo.
Yeah, that's really cool. I can't imagine like making a Jason Derulo poster or something.
It's kind of scary. We have to like put it through like his agents and everything, but turned out cool.
That's awesome. I'm sure that's really good experience for like the future too.
Oh yeah, definitely. My future employer asked me about it because it's on my portfolio and I was like, oh yeah, no big deal, just like creating content for Jason Derulo.
That's awesome. And kind of going off that, could you tell us a little bit about your next steps after graduation and kind of how you think you'll take your JMU experience with you into that next chapter?
Yeah, so I am very lucky to have secured a job post graduation before graduation happened. I know like the job search is really tough for everyone. It's a really long process, but I'm super excited that I get to enter the field that my major kind of is. So I specialize in like creative advertising and marketing, and I am starting a job as a digital marketing specialist with a company called Vertosoft. And it's a small company, and I'm really excited about it because it's just me and another fellow JMU alum from 2020 who serve as on the marketing team. And I just feel like we really complement each other very well. And just our two experiences. I know she's a marketing major and then I'm SMAD. So kind of like where the programs like kind of lack in like each other, like we both have learned the things that each other wanted to learn. So we kind of like go hand in hand. So that'll be really cool, like taking what I've learned at UPB and at UREC and just kind of formatting those experiences to market for this technology company. And I've never done something like that before. So I'm really excited to kind of learn the ins and outs and a little bit more about sales in that role as well.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That sounds super fun too to be like working with another JMU alum and like you said, kind of playing off each other's strengths like that.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so kind of going off that as well, if you're like looking back now and you've got your job secured and just looking back at that JMU experience now that you kind of have that security, if you could give your younger self a piece of advice earlier on in your college career, what would it be and why?
It sounds like a little cliche, but it really like hit home for me is that like you just got to put yourself out there. Like my
Mhm.
first year at JMU, I was kind of the person that would go to class, eat, and then go back to my dorm and like not go out and do anything. And I think I was just like a lot scared of like the unknown of being on this like big campus of like 20,000 plus people. And I never really put myself out into like an uncomfortable situation for myself.
Mhm.
And like looking back, I am kind of mad at myself for doing that because as soon as I got my job at UREC and I learned like everything that was there, like that was truly there, I was like, I just wasted a whole year of not using this facility and I'm never going to get that back.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say, um, go and use UREC. Like UREC is free while you're a student and it has so many cool things to do. Like I am like kicking myself in the butt like because I didn't take advantage of using those programs before. And then I would also say that I come from like Northern Virginia and like I would say that a good majority of my high school does go to JMU.
Mhm.
So I kind of stuck with my high school friends, which I absolutely love and adore. But being in UPB, I've been able to like make friends outside of my high school bubble. And I cherish both my relationships with my high school friends who are now like going to college at JMU. And then also like my friends from like out of state and other backgrounds. And so I think it's really important to get those two different sides so you can really get like the full college experience.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's nice too. You kind of have the best of both worlds in a way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's one of your favorite things to do at UREC?
Whew, a lot of different things to do at UREC. I think my most favorite thing that I've done is last year I did marketing for like the Adventure Center. And like
Mhm.
the Adventure Center does not get enough credit for what they do. Like all the things that you can rent out and the rock climbing. I personally don't like rock climbing, but their rock climbing wall is really cool. But I went on an adventure trip called Wakapaca, and
Oh.
we like went to Point of View Alpaca Farm, which is about 30 minutes away from JMU.
Mm.
And we just like walked alpacas around like through the fields and like stuff. And it was so cool. Like alpacas are so cute.
That's
Um, but
cool.
I was like, that's such a cool opportunity. Like I would not have like gone myself
Yeah.
out to this farm had UREC not brought that opportunity to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I love alpacas. They're
They
so
were so cute.
that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Um, and can you tell me, kind of going off that, but in a different way, if you'd like to take it there, can you tell me one of your favorite memories that you've made while at JMU?
I think, I have a lot of favorite memories at JMU. It's hard to pick just one.
I know.
Um, uh, hmm, I feel like okay, so this was like scary to me and I like didn't like it when I did it, but looking back at it, like it was fun. So, um, it was this past summer, like right before school started, and like the UREC marketing team goes to the team adventure course at U Park
Mhm.
and we do the high ropes course and I absolutely am terrified of being up high and suspended like that, so like that wasn't like the fun part. But like the experience as a whole was really fun. Like doing the stuff on the ground and all the adventure team leaders are amazing and they really help you like bond as a team. And like we had a new team coming in this summer that we had the past year because I've worked at UREC for 2 years and leaving that I felt so connected to everyone there. Like you really connect to people when you're in a vulnerable like state. And I remember just like yelling at people, be like, stop shaking the stuff, like I was like so high strung. And I like when I finished the course I like to my boss and I was like, I am never doing this again, and she was like, it's okay, like this is the only time we're doing it. I was like, but like looking back at that, like I felt like that was just like a really fun day. And we like finished by like eating pizza and like snacks at U Park and just like bonding. And those are like friendships that I've made that I'll never forget. And I do really enjoy that day. Not in the moment, but today, now I look at it and I'm like, yeah, that was a cool day.
No, I totally understand that. I've done one of those ropes courses before and it's terrifying.
They're terrifying. I don't mind being up high. I just don't like being suspended like up
Mhm.
high.
Because sometimes it feels really unstable and you're like, I'm gonna fall. But
Oh, it's so unstable. Well, obviously it's very stable. It's very like safe, but I feel
yeah,
like I'm unstable.
exactly. But yeah, thanks for sharing that moment. That sounds really cool. And I think that's another thing at UREC that doesn't get utilized a lot.
Definitely, definitely.
And then, Ashley, if you could describe JMU in one word, what would that word be and why do you pick that?
I would say if I could describe Jamie in one word, it would be empowering.
Ooh,
Do you want me to elaborate?
yeah, I like that. Why'd you
I
choose?
would say that JMU, like, um, my boss Caitlin at UREC and all my professors really empower me to go for what I want.
Mhm.
And I don't think without the projects and the guidance and advice that they've empowered me with, that I would be where I am heading into graduation. Like, I don't think I would have a good portfolio. I don't think I would have had the courage to land a job. And I think that JMU has a lot of resources that empower young adults
Mhm.
to be well off post graduation. And I think just my 4 years have that's really just led to this moment right now. And now here we are 3 weeks out of graduation.
I
So
know. That's wild. Oh my gosh. But no, that's awesome. I think empowered is a different word than I've heard from other folks. And it's really cool how you described it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I definitely agree too, because in my undergrad experience at JMU, I think it's like the world is your oyster and everyone's trying to give you opportunities.
Yeah, it really is. JMU alumni and like connections also run very strong. Like the company I'm working for has a lot of JMU alum. So that's really exciting. Like JMU alum will vouch for you. Like the JMU alum hire JMU alum. And I love that about people who graduate from JMU.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've heard that from other people too, like more so than other schools. JMU people like look out for each other.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely apparent moving into graduation.
That's awesome. And like you said, we're 3 weeks out from graduation, the G word. Um, so if you look back on your JMU experience or career, what do you think that your mark is going to be on campus? Or, when people think of you, what do you want them to think of as your legacy on campus?
I guess what I want people to know is that and I guess like I kind of embody like it's never too late to start doing what you like to do on campus. Like, even if you're like I was, if you're like shy your first year, like you will find your place. And I've definitely found my place with UPB and working at UREC. And I was terrified that since freshman year, I didn't step out of my bubble, that I wasn't going to find my place, but I definitely found my place. And I just hope that people listening to this who maybe feel like they haven't found their place are encouraged to just keep trying and knowing that you will find your place here at JMU because there's a place for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome advice and definitely a really great mark to leave on campus because, like you said, I think people struggle to find their place sometimes, and it's okay if you don't find it right away.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ashley, for spending some time with us today to tell us about your JMU experience. Everyone here at the Student Leadership Center wishes you the best of luck, and we hope you know that your JMU family is always here to support you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Megan.
Bye.
Bye.